Eric
Mic check. We good. I hear it. Yeah. A little looser. Must be yes. Freestyle Friday. How y'all doing out there? It's your host, Emos the Witness, and we live episode 25, y'all. How y'all doing out there? Again, you can catch me. This is the F.I.L.L show. See what the fuck I look like. Get a little more volume on the music right quick, if we could. So again, like I said, it's a hot new political show, political perspective. Here to bring you some news from angles that only I can bring it to you. Emos, as a witness, as your ref. Come and guide with me. Learn the news and angles. No longer will we be deceived. No longer will we fall victim to a two-tier justice system without speaking out, without lending our voice. And that's what we aim to do, y'all, here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, live. Emos the Witness, the F.I.L.L show, the fuck I look like. That's what it stands for, y'all. We're tired of the disinformation. We're tired of the rhetoric. We're tired of the blame, the finger pointing, the childish behavior from our politicians, our leaderships from all angles, all aspects, all industries. And we're here to change that. We're here to be a stronger voice, a stronger nation, a stronger people. We aim to unite, not to divide, as some want us to be, want us to attend us to do. But we won't do those things here at Emos Winter Show. We're going to bring it to you right, live and direct. I'm here downtown. You like me down, subscribe to YouTube, like me downtown. Come visit me every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Wave One Media, two of the hardest working producers, Malik and Wyatt. Come down here and get you a show if you're interested. But you can catch me on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. So hit that subscribe button. Ask me to catch me on my podcast on Spotify. Website coming soon, emostowitness.com. So let's get into the news, Malik. Let's go ahead and bring it down with some background music. Let's get into various topics of the day. As we know, we have a lot going on. This is 2021, y'all. You know, we're deep into February. It's Valentine's Day weekend coming up soon. All the kids getting their candy. All the kids getting their passing out their Valentine's Day cards. Those who are strong enough to actually go out there and attend school live, right? Shout out to all those cities out there that's trying to break free from this shutdown, this COVID. I know I've been going through. My little daughter's a soldier, Malik. I've been taking my daughter to school since all 2020, pretty much, you know. But now it's a little more tough for me because right now I'm on like a Mr. Mom track. I'm on like a daddy parent boot camp. My wife's out of town for 2 months. It's treacherous, man. Just me and my daughter, man. Oh, golly, man. I don't know what to do. You know, I just shout out to all the single parents. Man, shout out to all the single parents out there with like 3 kids and 2 jobs. How in the hell are you motherfuckers getting to school on time and still going to work, working 2 shifts? They need a stimulus check for all them people. I now know $1,400 is not enough. I digress. I thought that, I could be more conservative in my views. I can come out here and say, hey, you know what, we need to trim this shit down. Not everybody's a check. But them motherfuckers need a check. I got 1 kid, okay? And I still have yet to get her to school on time in the morning. Yet. I am the only parent that rolls up in a black Mazda at 8:40. Half these kids are sitting down at 8:05 at their desk. You know that? Fresh and ready to go. My daughter be crying and shit. Gel and grease all over her forehead, looking stupid, looking rough, but just shiny at the same time. Should I be embarrassed, Malik? Or do people realize that this is a parent doing this thing in a post-COVID world? Let's just appreciate that. I mean, what do you think? Do you think that I need to step my game up and get up a little bit early? I already get up early though.
What time do you get up?
Man, I get my ass up. Oh man, at least 6. At least sometimes 5:45, 6 to get myself going. I wake up at 7:30, right? So that's an hour and a half. There's no excuses, right? You think that's enough time.
So what's making you late then?
Man, it's the little shit. It's the fruit snacks. It's the where's my sweater? Where's the other sock? I gotta do the hair. I gotta make the breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Do you have any kids?
Oh no!
Oh my God! You said like
the plague.
Oh, hell no! Oh Jesus! I got vitamins for that shit. Are you crazy? I got prescriptions. Yes, man. That's actually another topic for another day. Is these young kids don't want no kids, boy. That's too much responsibility. Shit, but I'll tell you, man. I have yet to get. Well, today I got her to school on time. That's what I want to say. I'm proud of. But it takes a village. You know what I mean? I had help. Shit, I had to. Full disclosure, I dropped her ass off last night over aunt's house. She did her hair for me, and she said, "Just come by in the morning and pick her up." That's the only way. I think that's the only way I'm gonna be able to do this shit, man. To get her on time. I got her there 8 o'clock today. 8:05. She was happy. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of took some of the credit. Fuck it, man. I mean, my wife is gone for 2 months, man, and right now we're in week 3, week 4. So I got another halfway point. Halfway point, man. Just to get half the relief back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how these single parents are doing it, or how these baby mamas and baby daddies, the little small percentages that are out there. I propose I'm gonna go ahead and go to the halls of Congress. I'm gonna go ahead and walk up in there with about 20 legions of baby mamas, and I'm gonna say, we need to go ahead and increase the stimulus check to $8,000 per person. $4,000 for kids and $2,000 for cousins. Cause I know some of the motherfuckers got cousins up in there, man. Just be spending the night, be 4 days out the week, just draining resources with them baby mamas. Just be on the couch like the fuck. I got this. Everybody's eating spaghetti. I don't know where I'm going with this, y'all, but you understand, man. You know, parental duties are no joke, man. That's just like a second or third job. And you know, shout out to my wife, man. I thought she was skipping, Malik. I thought she was skipping. I like, this motherfucker just doing hair, playing doll and shit. I'm the motherfucker here hustling. Nah, she done taught my ass a lesson. I done took over all the duties. Man. Do you understand? Do you understand the importance of a Nutty Buddy? Or do you understand the importance of a fucking tablet that needs to be fully charged? That's just like car key. That's just like your wallet, man. If you have a kid and you have a charger, you have a tablet that's not charged, and that shit go out, you driving, man, you got hell to pay. You have hell to pay. Peace. Look, we all want peace of mind in this world, and I encourage everybody to build a family, have kids, grow. It changes your life. It really does. It adds character to your life, to yourself. You learn things about yourself. You learn energy. You get strength and energy, and you pull shit out your ass that you just didn't think was possible. You know what I'm saying? Remember when you were growing up? I don't know if they do that. If your parents do this anymore, Malik. You were growing up and you had crust in your eye, and your mom would lick her thumb and wipe your whole shit with spit.
Back when I was a kid, I remember that. Yeah.
That shit is a time saver, my nigga. That shit is efficient. That's a wash. You have your thumbs are washcloths. Use it. Use that shit as a parent. Fuck what the kids talk about. The whole face be spit. Who cares? You went out of lotion. You take your 2 palms, parents, and you lick your face. You lick your palms and you wipe your shit all over your kid's face. You didn't save 15 minutes out your day. I'm trying to tell you. They gonna deal with it. Hell, they just going to school. I bet the teacher won't fuck with them. Won't get too close. So they go Spitty Jeffrey. So always smelling like spit. Kids, the teachers be talking that shit too in the break room. Be clowning on kids. I know. I come from a family of teachers. So, we Mumps to Witness y'all. Like I said, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Wave 1 Media. Catch me downtown. From 10 to 11 a.m. Hit that subscribe button. Like me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Like I said, one day soon, as we grow, a website's coming. I'm trying to tell you. And it will be prolific, because we're all witnesses. We're going to be going through all these articles, all these quotes, all these little jargons that we hear from all our leaders from every angle, from business to Hollywood to politics to industry. And we're going to check them. We're going to chin check them. We're going to do some Evander Holyfield. And in some cases, we got to do some ear biting. Because the thing is, man, politics is a dirty game, you know? And it's time for the American people to lend our voices. If you look at what's been going on in the history of politics, and you look at the facts. You just look at the little shit. You look at the approval ratings. Now you look at someone like myself. I studied and I researched politics for decades now. I mean, shit. Yeah, I've been following pretty well for a while, and we let a lot of shit slide. We let a lot of shit go by the wayside, and we hear things come in one ear and out the other. We hear bullshit, and we just keep going about our day. So when are we gonna sit there and say, what the fuck I look like? Huh? When are we gonna push back for real? And we see it, but we need more. We need more Thomas Jefferson Jr.'s. We need more Abraham Lincoln the thirds. We need a lot of those. We need those Booker T. Washington, the fourths. Where y'all at? Come on out. It's time for the true patriots to rise up. In an age of assault on our constitutional values. See, this is Freestyle Friday. I have the articles to go over. I have topics to go over, and hopefully we'll get there in time. But let me preach to you for a little second. Let me give you a reason for this show. Media is drowning out a lot of voices. Big tech too, right? You see it. Some of you don't want to speak out about it. You don't want to get criticized or ridiculed from your peers. You know, just like the left and the Democrats in the media have a very strong voice now, and they're overpowering a lot of messages, which leads to a lot of misinformation, a lot of power grabs, a lot of misdirections. I'm here to point those things out to you. And not from necessarily my point of view. These articles are fresh and dynamic themselves. This shit sells itself. It tells its own story. I just need to present it to you in a direct light as a witness. And we travel together. We explore these various aspects, and we push back on our leaders, on policies that harm us, that harm our future, which is our kids and our families. Right? So hit that subscribe button. Join the chat. Hit me on my contact page. Like and subscribe me. As we grow, this show will grow, and we'll be able to make change around our local communities and our national dialogue, right? So let's do it. We must have witness. Okay. You know, like I said, I mean, it's Freestyle Friday, and like I said, I really want to get into the COVID. I want to get into the politics, what's going on with the stimulus, and we will. But I see shit, Malik, as I drive around, you know, throughout the day, and I just be having questions, man. Like I said, this world is divided, and this world is like I said, under attack from our constitutional values, whether it be freedom of speech, whether it be right to protest, whether it be right to bear arms, and we have to address these matters, and we have to see where our policies lie, and also from the foreign policy and economic perspective. The directions we've been going on a peaceful track when it comes to foreign policy, we're dealing with nations, and our trade policies, and where our economy is headed. How strong is the dollar going to be going forward? Will our policies internationally affect the dollar? And how as a whole when it comes to cryptocurrency and the rise of Bitcoin, right? America's changing. Is it for the good or is it for the bad? And if it's for the good, which it tends to be because our melting pot, our mix is so diverse and so unique. But it's our leadership. Where's our leadership going to take us? Where's our leadership headed? Are we going to go back in time? Are we going to fall back into the same corrupt ideals? Is it too late? Is China here to stay? Is China here to fully take over? And we just had a little stopgap with the Trump administration? Freestyle Friday, I'm all over the place. I might talk about some dancing monkeys here in about 10 seconds. You know, cause I was about to talk about the homeless. Let me get back to it. Like I said, I'll be seeing shit. You know, like when you drive off a highway, right? And you get off an exit, and you're in line waiting for that next light, and you're at the corner. There's a homeless person at the corner. Should there be a time limit when you give them cash? What do you think, Malik? Should there be a time? I mean, like, if the light turns green, why the fuck you sticking your arm out, trying to give out a fucking $1?
Yeah, that is kind of, every time I see somebody do that, I'm like, yeah, but then I'm like, they probably think they're helping somebody, so
I think they're showing off. I think they're
probably,
fucking,
yeah, I didn't think about it like that.
You know, I think they're like, there's a few things. I think that, hey, look at me, motherfuckers. I'm giving this guy $1. The light is green, so now you're mad at me because I haven't moved yet, but it's gonna force you to see what I'm doing. And then you have an entertainment value which is very selfish in my view. The homeless person has to now figure out what the fuck he wants to do. Do I run up and get the $1, or do I fall back and say, you know, there's plenty of dollars under the sea. Let everybody else keep going and moving out their day. Because if you think about it, if I let people go and I say, no, sir, the light's green, proceed, I might get more money in the future. People behind him may see my, you know, consideration of letting this guy keep going. They're gonna come back around later on the next day and give me like $5. So I just think all you homeless people out there who don't have headphones or computers to listen to me right now, out there on the corner or wherever you are, think about that. Think about that. That's almost like an investment tool. That's like a you know, pay me later. You know. I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm sure. Shit, there's advice at home. That's where I went with that. I went with that's some advice for you. But I just think, you know, like I said, I just think that's some bullshit, man. When you was there the whole time. You wait till it turns green, then you want to give him $1. It's almost like it's a game show. Like it's almost like round 3. Does a homeless person run up and get that in time? And, you know, does he run back in the corner on time? Does he get back to where he needs to be? I just think that's just selfish to me. I don't know. I mean, that's something that's always. I give money to the homeless on the corner. I do. But like, you know, I just feel like you can be a lot better with that. How you give and take, and I think we can also change the integrity and the quality of the homeless people on the corners. Like they have signs that say, I'm homeless in need. Please give what you can. Be kind. God bless. They have great signs. What if we had a sign? Like, what if we had our hand out the window with $1, and I'm gonna cut this short, and I had a sign too, like, here's my $1, but I have questions. That's what my sign says. My sign says, here's $1, my arm's out, but I have questions. And I'm like the fourth car. Does the homeless person say, okay, how bad do I fucking want that? Do I walk up to his car, take $1, and let him ask me questions? Do I want that help? Some people say, oh shit, this guy may be able to give me a job. Maybe get me on my way. Give me some nice mental health counseling. Then you can have some motherfuckers like, I don't want that $1. I really do, but some motherfucker got questions. And I'm just here to get some fucking money to get that next shot, that next hit.
You should put like this is probably wrong, but you should put maybe like a math question or a history question on there, and then if you get the question right,
Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president of the United States. True or false? It's gotta be a true or false, yes or no, because of the light, the fucking green light.
Oh yeah.
So they gonna say false. I'm gonna flip that bitch over and true, motherfucker, true. Now do you take money back? Do you dig into that pocket, take a couple quarters back? Like, hey, you fucked up, man.
I
say got that right.
The money's on the back, and if they get it wrong, then you just gotta slowly put the sign back in your car, like, and then with a shrug, like, yeah, you missed out.
And if he gets it right, everybody's like honking the horn and shit all around the area and shit. Like, you gotta make that shit funner now. We gotta look. This is 2021, y'all. A lot of people won't be out in the streets anymore. We gotta make this shit fun for homeless and for people alike. And it's like, hey, shit. I think that would work though. You had a sign that say, hey, I have questions too. And then the homeless guy like, fuck this block. I'm going somewhere else. I just want to crack. So you get a better quality of homeless people based on wherever you driving. That's something to think about.
Yeah, I never thought about it like that. You could probably start educating the homeless by start turning it into a game.
Yeah, and then they run up collecting $5 bills, $1 bills, because it's based on the value of the question, they're getting it right. And then they're like, shit, man, I really do love to learn. I'm going back to school. I'm going to get my shit right. Because look, some of these kids are like, some of these people are young. I've seen some young kids out there. I saw one girl like, damn, you just walked out of high school, like walked out of class and just threw on some shit and went to the corner. So I got questions. Let's get you back up. Let's get you back right. Let's get you back into the economic roller coaster. Let's get you back into the economy, get you a job, get you working, get America going again. Let's get people back going, y'all. That's what it's all about. Let's get into this COVID. Let's get into the stimulus. Let's see what we can do to get America back up and running again. So let me finally get into the news of the day. And so yeah, like I said, let's freestyle Friday. So I kind of want to, kind of talk about a little bit of everything. I hope I keep a little consistent as far as at least the subject matter. But just want to give some of the highlights of the week, and where we are and where the Biden administration is, where we are with Trump when it comes to his constant assaults. Of course, he's going through a second impeachment. Let's see what else we got going on. So yeah, I'm gonna give you a general COVID update. You don't have this article, but I'll just go ahead and use get some headlines, some updates. This is according to the New York Times. COVID-19 live updates. U.S. pharmacies to ramp up vaccinations. A federal government program started Friday will send doses to drugstores across the country. It comes a day after President Biden said the government has secured enough doses to inoculate every American adult. Okay. So U.S. vaccine rollout is improving in every state. As the Australian Open plays on, Victoria officials order a circuit breaker COVID lockdown. I don't know what that means, but it's not worth going into. So Australian Open is still going, y'all. So like I said, pharmacies are now moved to the forefront of U.S. vaccine campaign. So if you're interested, if you're about it, ride it. Go down to your local CVS or Walmart, Walgreens, and get you a shot. Get that second shot or that third shot or whatever. So far, we haven't heard too many issues about any symptoms or any kind of backlash from these shots or people falling out dying. But again, people still have they're still hesitant, right? We still have to like I said, black folks, we wait a whole year, and that's very troubling. But we're very skeptical, we wait for the news to get better, wait for the news to get stronger, wait for the news to get consistent, and more accurate. And there's not double talk, But this is very well a vaccine campaign that's getting started. That's very positive. At the same time, we gotta stay vigilant, keep pushing. There's articles out there that's saying that this virus could be with us forever, here to stay. It's not going nowhere. So you think about that too. We got more and more stadiums opening up. I believe that stadiums over 10,000 could open up now at 10% capacity in these stadiums, in these arenas, in these concert halls. So we're starting to get there. The key is going to be these Democratic states, right? And now we have a Democratic leader in office. You may see a change. I mean, you're gonna start seeing things open up, and then of course that's how politics go. The leader, the victors, goes the spoils, and he'll get the credit for the pandemic, success. And of course, as I will continue, you'll see that the Trump administration will be currently going through a constant scathing and a constant erasing from history, as we currently see a lot of attacks on his former leadership, and I'll get into that as we continue on Emos to Witness show. Like I said, catch me downtown every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. Wave 1 Media, 120 East Market Street. Hit that like, subscribe button on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter, Instagram. As I say, the website's coming soon. Our website, we're going to have editorials, we have articles. And again, this show is going to grow and be more dynamic as well. We're going to have interviews and live interviews and sports, and we'll continue to talk about everything under the sun from current events. But mainly, our goal here is to hone in on politics, hone in on our issues on a national level. And we're going to do some past digging. We're going to dig into the previous administration. We're going to dig into the previous investigations. We're going to try to keep those important issues, into the limelight when it comes to voter integrity, when it comes to, corruption and two-tiered decisions made based on how much money you have, right? Corporate greed. If we can continue to tamp down on those and expose truth to power, it will make this country a better place. We need checks and balances, right? And right now you have a executive, legislative, and a judicial branch currently ran by Democrats. And on top of that, you also have a media conglomerate that is a microphone for the Democratic establishment. You have big tech censoring conservatives and various leaders who speak out against what they don't believe in. So who's speaking out for you? Who's speaking for those 74 million Americans that voted for Trump? Who's speaking for those silent majorities, individuals with independents who don't necessarily agree with what's going on right now, but their voices are being drowned out? Even those Democrats who are disenchanted, even those Republicans who are disenchanted from both sides, who are just exhausted of what was going on for the last 45 years, right? Myself, I've been exhausted for the last 20 years, fed up. I made a change, like I said, in 2012. And that may have been the beginning of me leading up to this show, This show could have been birthed, it could have been birthed anywhere from 4 years ago to now. You know what held me back? The ridicule or the fear. What kind of country you live in when you can't speak your mind without being attacked or losing your job? We know there's some wrongs that need to be righted. Even if your dog did not win the race, whether it be local, national elections, you should now be steering your head towards what's important, which is the Constitution. The political climate, where we currently stand. Are we that divided, or is this all a sham, all a game? I really believe in the American people. I'm very optimistic. And we're very resilient. We always come back from issues, from heartache, from pandemics, from wars, economic strife. And this is no different. So let's climb out. Let's get out of this COVID haze. Let's stay vigilant. Let's get our kids back in school. Let's stay vigilant. Let's go out to eat. Let's go shopping. Let's continue to invent. Let's continue to create. Continue to grow as a nation. Let's get out of the fear. Okay? But one way to get out of the fear is to understand who's feeding you the fear. Who's feeding you the nonsense, and where does the nonsense lie? How can you discern on a better level? So you're not duped when it comes going to the ballot box. You know? There's constants in this world. There's constants in the values that we live upon, the traditions that are here to stay, that have always been there. You don't trample on that stuff. You just improve it. You add to it. You add your mark to this. The Constitution is a living document. Like I said, it has checks and balances in it. There's structure, so that no one can just trample over our laws and our amendments, so that you don't wake up one day in some kind of repressive state. Like this impeachment trial right now. We're going through the second impeachment trial of the President of the United States, Donald Trump. We all know that it's a sham. We all know it's a PR stunt to further abuse the Republican Party, to keep the Democrats in power. We know it. Chief Justice Roberts is not even presiding over the quote unquote trial. Even if the Senate can even convict it, that's even a possibility. So it's a sham, and you think about that. It's a waste of time, and you just wonder, like, is this all a game? Because on one hand, you talk about there being real issues in the world that we have to solve and get over, but yet you're willing to spend all this time on an impeachment, live updates. No one gives a fuck. No one's watching what the fuck I look like. All the while you tell me you gotta wait another month for a stimulus bill, while the American people are suffering. And while the American people are suffering, you're talking about ways to trim down the guidelines. I'm talking about lowering it down to 50,000 for individuals, 100,000 for couples, carving out 7.5 million people out of getting their checks. What happened to the executive order for immediate rollouts? Who's up the moment I'm elected? Now we have it tied to economic. Now we have it tied to economic packages and funding bills, and there's debates and topics, and there's other issues being talked about, other distractions. Impeachment trial. That's going to lead to a guaranteed acquittal. Well, not guaranteed acquittal, but more likely an acquittal. And man, can you imagine if he is impeached? You impeach a president that's no longer in office, doesn't make any sense. I mean, just let it all go, in my opinion. But there's a caveat. There's a fact that if he is impeached, he cannot run for office again. Can you imagine all that influence he has? The Democrats would love that, and that's why they continue to constantly attacking him right now at post-presidency, because of that influence. Okay, and they're all still under attack. It's all still under attack. Most presidents after inaugurations over, they're off into the sunset. But they know this guy is still in the background, like Obama, right? Still is, and Hillary Clinton. So now he's a new guy in the background, new influential leader of his own base, which is the Republican Party. Donald Trump is taking over the Republican Party, ladies and gentlemen. And you're going to see that even more prevalent in the midterms. And you're seeing signs and signals of it now. We have 44 Republicans voting not to impeach or not to proceed with the trial. You have the same 6 establishment Republicans, the Murkowskis and the Romneys and the Toomeys, the old guard. They're going away. They're gone. They're on the way out the door. There's a young Republican base coming, full of Trump supporters, along with a mass of millions of people that are backing him still. And what is it? Versus who? Versus the Democrats, right? But they're more unified. What a host of cast of characters, tag team partners at their disposal, with the big tech, with the media, with a lot of celebrities and influential industry leaders and foreign entities, foreign countries. So it's an uphill battle, but you heard the Emos and Witness show. We want to unify these parties, identify the characters, identify the groups, and let's unify. Let's get past all this, man. Let's get our new leadership in order. Let's drain the swamp, and let's merge it with all these new innovative ideas, all these new creative headwinds and trade winds this whole world is going through. From electric vehicles to just things that are going on with Tesla and science and even I mean, well, just technology in general and how we're so efficient and how we move and how we operate when it comes to IT. Let's not let it get abused. Let's not let it get under the hands of one power source where they can abuse us with it. It should be a free and open market and a free open IT, free open internet. The only way we're going to remain independent, ladies and gentlemen, is not fall into a repressive state or fall into another country and what they have in store for you, right? So, Emos Witness Freestyle Friday. Hit that like, subscribe button every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, live. Wave 1 Media, 10 to 11 a.m. Catch me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm here, like I said. Reason why I started the show, like I said, 2012, I was fed up. A lot of political jargon, a lot of double talk, a lot of the talk of hope with no results, or just kind of, what you want to call it, superficial results. You know, and that's what I worry about with a Biden administration. So I was fed up, and I abstained from voting in the 2012 election. Although I voted in every election I was able to. And then, like I said, 2016 came around, and I saw a chance for new leadership. I saw an outsider, and that's what I was looking for. Not only did I see an outsider, I saw an outsider with a strong voice, with an independent power source of funds and influence and media resources. And I saw policies that I agreed with, ending endless wars, America first, job creations, redoing our trade policies. I'm very keen on what's been going on in the past history, at least the past 20, 30 years in regards to economic policy towards other countries. We just giving out money, just giving money away. Horrible trade deals just to get our influence into those regions. And, I was ready to see a pullback of that along with our troops. Those things were important to me. Coming from a military family in particular. But, I also saw fleecing of our manufacturing, our production domestically, jobs being lost in those facets of society, which I think is very important, especially for my black community. My black people, a lot of those blue collar jobs were going away in the auto industry, in other industries, and I wanted to see a rollback and a change of that, and we saw that, and not only was it spoken about, it was done in the Trump administration. Those are things that I witnessed, and I can't deny my eyes what I'm seeing. So how I'm gonna penalize and be arrogant and not vote my conscience for who I think is a greater leader? I mean, hell, he's gonna get some female, a woman in Hillary Clinton who was barely even trying, just thought it was hers to win an election in 2016 because of who she was, her name, and her influence, and her husband. Who wants a lazy leader like that? A corrupt leader at that too. This is so much to talk about, man. This shit writes itself. It's all a pattern, and I hope I get it all out to you before it all gets erased from the history books. Like I said, the victors go to spoils, and you get to rewrite history. And that's why a part of this show, we go back in time and we're going to investigate these Russian investigations and these Russian hoax and these 2016 campaigns and these Pfizer warrants. Identify the cast and characters. I know it sounds old, but these people are back in power again. Nothing happened to James Comey. Nothing happened to Hillary Clinton. Nothing happened to nothing. And these people are still in power. They're influencing making change to you every single day. Obama. They've all done some stuff. Susan Rice. They're all still out there. All in your media circuits. All in your face. Telling you what to think and how to act. Deception. And I just show formats. I just show continues to mold. We'll be able to further expose these cast and characters. So like I said, when you get to the midterm elections, when you get to the 2024 elections, you get to make a better sound decision. And we continue to grow as witnesses, become powerful, we continue to push back against the nonsense, right? So like I said, it's Freestyle Friday. I've been jumping around a lot. I want to give an update on the vaccines and COVID. What else can I tell you? like I said, I mean, the vaccine is making headways. We're in pharmacies now. I don't want to go in the past, but we've made. Just think about it. We got to be optimistic. Over the past year, since this COVID has happened, as a country, as a world, we've made a lot of strides. You know, despite the numbers, our effort is there. But sadly, our messaging has not been clear. And that's my opinion when it comes to the COVID fight. That's one ding out of several from the Trump administration. Your messaging. I don't know if that was due to outside influences or whatnot. But the top of the pyramid, all the blame belongs to China. And this is a trade war. This is a war, and I think it was a weapon that was used during the trade war. Honestly, that's how I feel. Politics is a dirty game, and so is war. And I think we're still at it. And we're at new leadership now with the Biden administration. And let's see what we have. What's Biden have in store when it comes to China? I'm gonna put this article from Yahoo, from Reuters, actually through Yahoo. U.S. stocks edge lower on Biden warning about China. So, just kind of read some headlines here. U.S. stocks slid on Thursday after this is a poorly written article. Look how these words are together. Come on, Yahoo. Let me see. You gotta say, yeah. Look at that. Look at the first paragraph, Malik. Look how it says concerns for market hovering near. Like you can just look, help information. Like the spacing. What is spacing? Eat our lunch. Herbert Lash. Did you write this from Yahoo, Reuters? Where's the space bar, buddy? Anyway, U.S. stocks slid on Thursday after U.S. President Joe Biden said China was poised to eat our lunch, a warning that raised concerns for a market hovering near record highs on hopes of a more stimulus, strong earnings, and an improving outlook on the pandemic. Now, to me, this is going to be the legacy of Biden's 4 years. I don't really think this guy's going to serve more than one term. And, there's a good chance that he may only serve 2 years. Because, like I said, one of my predictions is the midterm election comes around, Republicans regain power, and then there's impeachment proceedings, payback against Biden and all his investigations regarding Ukraine and China and his son Hunter. And then I see that going into 2024 election, in which Trump becomes president again, and then you proceed with the constant trade wars with China and the economic battles, and we continue to put America first, and we continue to push. That's a scenario that I'm kind of hoping for. But if not, you have 4 years in which Biden has to secure his legacy. He has to do something, and we want to see what he's going to do against China in particular. And I think that his legacy is going to be built on infrastructure, right? We have a lot of mini battles that we're going against this other country when it comes to Taiwan, when it comes to the South China Sea, when it comes to the protesting in Tibet, the issues in Tibet, Kashmir, India. That's our ally on the border there with their incursions, their recent incursions. Of course, the intellectual property ceiling, the economic pushes, and the aggressiveness in the markets in other countries and the developments in Africa. China is a major player. They're a major player in this world, and they're aiming to take over in all facets. But we have to end up being a counterweight, and I think a lot of countries have witnessed that and seen that over the past 4 years when it comes to the Trump administration's dealings. Exposed a lot of that. And you want to counterweight. And I think that we, for the most part, have did a lot of good things when it comes to battling China when it comes to this trade war. And I think the pandemic and the virus kind of set us back. We took a shot from that. And no doubt China is happy to see a Biden administration in office, because Trump was a headache for them. But as the article states, Biden is saying that China's gonna eat our lunch. They're poised and ready. That's the horn that Trump has been sounding for the past 4 years, and he's done a lot to kind of like balance and shore that up. So what's the continuation of that? How strong? How much of a force will Biden push back against China in his 4 years in office? We'll see. He said he aims to be stern with President Xi, and he said he aims to be objective as well. I believe that's what he said. I'm not going to do an exact quote. I'm coming down a little bit. See, I read a different article, but this article actually proceeds to talk about all the major companies that are currently in the market that are currently taking hits, such as Walt Disney was nearly flat ahead of its results after markets closed. Pinterest rose 7.1% after reported said Microsoft approached the image-sharing company in recent months. This is a horribly written article, you guys. I mean, this is worse put together. This is ridiculous, man. I shouldn't give Mr. Lash the credit for this article right now. That's why we need new voices, right, America? Hit that subscribe button. Emos the Witness every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I encourage you to come down and Wave One Media, get you a show, or just get you a platform, you guys. Let's push back against big tech and all these different politicians out here trying to run rampant on your mind. And you come out here, you lead your voice to America's various topics and issues. You know, don't be afraid to lend your voice and your opinion, because that's how we shape things in this world. It's how we shape this country for the better. If you let one side and one group of ideals continue to shape this country over and over again over time, you're gonna have tyranny. You're gonna have dullness. You're gonna have a bunch of puppets, a bunch of people doing the same things. You can imagine people walking around wearing the same sweater, up and down the same street, just wearing the same fucking sweater. It's Wednesday. Everybody got the blue sweater on today. You would throw up. You would wake up. Your alarm would go off and oh Lord Jesus, it's green sweater day. You don't want to go downstairs. You don't want to go downstairs and jump onto the street and see that. Everybody smiling, looking goofy. You want diversity. You want freedom. You want to flow. You want to be able to go where you want to go and do what you want to do. And we need to preach that. We need to preach that, and we need to protect that. And one way to protect that is protect the constitutional values and hold people accountable and continue to mold and shape and grow this country. Right? And so, like I said, one of the goals and legacies that I see, or what's going to be a big test for the Biden administration, is how well we do on infrastructure. Because that's going to boost our economy. That's something the president was talking about on the way out the door, or as he headed into a second term, that he, maybe, got taken from him, maybe stolen from him, or maybe he lost fair and square through, politics, no holds barred. So maybe he lost fair and square, but just didn't play hard enough. Maybe that's how it went down. But either way, infrastructure was a policy that he was talking about, and now Biden is talking about, of course, the need for an infrastructure plan, or we're gonna lose our lunch to China if it's not too late already. So I'm glad he pointed that out. We'll see what happens in the future when it comes to these projects. And at Emos the Witness, like I said, we're gonna have to make sure we watch these projects in full, because that's where the corruption lies. That's where the dollars flow through various bills and various plans and packages. That's why negotiations take so long for a stimulus check. They know how much to give you, but they're holding that back because there are other things they want, other power grabs, other situations they need. And frankly, if you're waiting on a $1,400 check or a $600 check at this point, you're in bigger trouble than you think. You shouldn't be relying on that solely. So again, in America, there's actually an article out here from Yahoo, from USA Today. We'll jump to that real quick. Cutting the income cap for couples to get $2,800 stimulus checks would help most of 31 million who can't pay bills. So actually, there's actually a study out there from the Morning Consult that is proposing to reduce the threshold for married couples to $100,000 from $150,000. And the same thing for individuals, not just for married couples. Individuals, per this study, they don't have the two shared income or the ability to tackle bills, as a married couple would be able to, as opposed to individuals. So this article is saying that it can impact more people who actually need the money, at the same time saving the U.S. economy, the federal government money at the same time. So that's where my conservative values kind of pop up. I want to make sure our money is targeted and spent the right way. At the same time, improving our economic health. Because right now, as a nation, our national debt is ridiculous. We're upside down. We're very contradictory. Our dollar is waning. Bitcoin is rising. How does that affect us? How educated is the American public and American people in this new economic age? Are we ready for this changeover that appears to be happening before our eyes? So we need to make sure we have policies in place that actually are targeted and our money is spent wisely. And one of those, that's why I was enjoying that the Trump administration, we were reviewing and changing our trade policies, at the same time ending our wars, bringing our troops home, sealing our border, that's drain the swamp, trying to clean up. We were going through a debt consolidation. We were going through a bankruptcy in a sense. We were cleaning our house for the last 4 years. That's what we were doing. And I think we're doing a pretty good job of it. But how much of that is going to get changed and rolled out in the next 4 years? We see a lot of executive orders being put in place. There's a lot of economic headwinds coming down the pipeline. I just mentioned to you, like I said, U.S. stocks. Edge lower. All these companies are taking hits. To what degree? To what end? So we'll find out. We'll wait and see. We'll monitor it. But like I said, how can we have the future we want? How can we have the leadership we want? We have the old guard still spewing their rhetoric. We have the old dirty politics still at play. And like I said, here's an article from The Hill. Just to touch on this real quick. Hillary Clinton. Trump acquittal will be because the jury includes his co-conspirators. See, this is more of that misinformation, more of that double talk, more of that dividing aspect that we have in our leadership that we just got to get rid of, man. These people won't go away. It shows you how much power they have in their own party and in this country and through media. Hillary Clinton, she lost like 2 elections. She's still around, still leading her voice. So you guys got to get your voice out there. We're going to keep hearing from this lady, forever. So, just kind of tap on it real quick. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton suggested in a tweet Wednesday that an acquittal of former President Trump's impeachment trial would only come as a result of the jury including his co-conspirators. If the Senate Republicans fail, this is her quote, if the Senate Republicans fail to convict Donald Trump, it won't be because the facts were with him or his lawyers mounted a competent defense. It will be because the jury includes his co-conspirators. Clinton's tweet came after a second day of arguments from House impeachment managers before the Senate. Reps Cicilline and Castro attempted to draw a direct line between the rioters and the former president, citing at least one person reading a tweet from Trump attacking the vice president over a megaphone during the riot. Now, I haven't really been, I've been following the impeachment, but barely. I know it's a hoax. I know it's a PR stunt. And it's not working. It isn't working, but it's currently exposed. It's still, it continues to expose a lot of the problems in this country, and it continues to expose the Democrats and Republicans. And like I said, I really hope, and we'll see if the midterm elections punishes all this nonsense. And it's just gonna be another barometer, because at the same time we have the aspect of the voter integrity issues, right, that have not been addressed. These voting machines, these claims, these affidavits, so if these go by the wayside, not being fully reviewed, or nobody's being punished, I just want to review. Then we could be running to future elections where they're already rigged, where your vote is watered down. So there's a lot of dangers going on, you guys, and we have to be mindful of it. And when you have people like Hillary Clinton still being able to speak her mind out here and influence you through all the things she's done, man, we can write a litany about her scandals and her investigation that's been squashed. Her problems in Libya. I think for the first time, a U.S. ambassador was killed on a foreign land in like century, like 100 years. That's all in her watch. You know, and then Obama, you know, that's a failed state over there in Libya. You know, the whole Syria aspect is a hotbed that was caused by Obama's redlining and the Bush and before that Bush war hawk policies from neoconservatives. You know, you can't give all the blame to Obama's administration, but you give a blame to a lot of it and a lot of the past establishment leaders. It's all one big gang, y'all. And I'm trying to tell you, Trump was a Han Solo of this shit. Y'all just don't realize it to the future. Y'all find out in the future. Y'all goes like, damn, was Trump Luke Skywalker? They just didn't know? Yeah, he was fucking Luke Skywalker. Fighting the Republic. But y'all fucked up and got misinformed. And y'all cast him out. But that's for a story for another day. Hey, who the hell am I? I'm just Emos, the witness, saying what I witness, what I see on a day-to-day basis. So hit that like and subscribe button. Catch me down Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. Wave 1 Media. Catch my shows on Spotify. Again, like I said, YouTube live. Live on Facebook and Twitter. Website coming soon. And I want to continue how the Republicans continue to still attack a former president. Here's another article from CNN Business. Twitter CFO says Trump ban is permanent, even if he runs for office again. Damn. So look, like I told you, there's an impeachment trial going on. This is number 2. Now you can sit there and say he's a 2-time president. He's a 2-time impeached president. But y'all said that he was a president that was acquitted 2 times, right? He's going to be acquitted, you guys. So even though he's being acquitted, even though it's a PR stunt, you have big tech saying it's permanent. We don't give a damn. Even if he does run for office. Man, ain't that crazy? Again, no matter who you look, this guy is a leader. He has people backing him. He has millions. He runs for office. Don't you want to hear his platform? Don't you want to hear his voice? At least to know what he's saying. There's an entity that's preventing you from hearing that or hearing that or seeing that or witnessing that. I mean, like I said, they have the right to. I mean, it's a private company, I guess. But man, there is very interesting because Twitter's losing money. Twitter's losing market share since they banned Trump. They're now looking for paid subscriptions. They're thinking about considering paid subscriptions for their current base. You know, so I mean, it's like, to hell or high water, they want to destroy this guy. They want to banish him. They want to censor him altogether. And YouTube and Facebook has done the same thing to a certain degree. This article says it right here. Go to the very bottom. It says Twitter's decision to ban Trump came amid a flurry of other tech company enforcement actions against his accounts, including Facebook's decision to prohibit Trump from posting indefinitely and YouTube's decision to begin issuing strikes to Trump's video channel. And then of course you have Twitter that's doing a permanent ban. So hey, what you gotta do, America? You gotta lean your voice out there. You gotta provide alternative social media platforms. Like I said, Twitter, hey, it's a private company. Do what the hell it wants to do. But I argue, though, that when you're that big, when you're that influential, when you can sway elections, when you can influence people based on what you like, what you agree with, how big? I mean, at what point do you become a public domain where you're too big to make these decisions on your own because of the influence that it has? It's a very dangerous thing going on that's not being addressed. We try to. I mean, there's protests out there, but now that's even being attacked. You attack from all corners, you guys. And what better time to do it during a pandemic? That's when you do your power grabs. That's when you squelch your competition. You know, and Emos the witness, we gotta bring that to light. We gotta bring it to the forefront before it's too late. So there you go. You got a permanent ban from Twitter on Trump. You got people digging into his pocket. Here's another article from NBC News. As Trump's business struggle, his single most profitable assets are at risk. So this article talks about 2 of his major hotels. I guess he has like a 30% stake in the hotel. Another partner has 70% stake. One's in San Francisco, and one is in One's in New York, Sixth Avenue. The other one's in downtown. But basically, it's just talking about these two are like the most profitable pieces of property that Trump owns. Brings about $74.8 million. But they're all in his pocket. They're saying that if the gentleman that's holding 70% of the organization or other properties wants to sell, it's gonna pretty much put Trump in a tight situation financially. And this article continues to question how much this is going to affect his other properties in Florida, Mar-a-Lago, and Doral, and can he keep those infrastructures running? So it's just one of those things. Like I said, they're trying to destroy this man financially, so he can't run again. They're trying to smear his policies, or erode his policy, or reverse his policy actions that a lot of us really love and really agree with. You're seeing a downturn in the economy because of the trade winds or the headwinds coming from China. And you kind of wonder, like, man, is it worth it? Power. People are willing to destroy shit down to rubble in order to keep that power. And so right now, this is another example of this continue to attack the former president, so that when he does, or if he chooses to run in 4 years, he'll be highly unlikable. But like the past 4 years have shown that he's actually increased his influence. His support base has grown. Trump did better among non-white voters than any Republican in the past 60 years. His numbers went up for African American males and Hispanics and the like, Asians. He lost some women support in the suburbs, and that's a lot of it due to character and his brash voice and attitude and disparaging remarks. But again, there's some things that administration has done wrong that do need to be pointed out. I think he could have been more tactful in how he approached his arguments, regards to the national anthem and kneeling. Attacking the athletes were wrong. Attacking LeBron James was wrong. Things like that. Your support for the flag just has to be a better message, because it can be twisted. Your words can be twisted, and you can come off as a racist. You can come off as someone who is insensitive to other people's thoughts and values. I think there's a lot of insensitivity, amongst Trump, and maybe he can come back with a more softer tone. But I do like that strong leadership voice, definitely when it comes to dealing with other countries. And so, if he's able to balance that out, and continue to push economic equality and open up the market for young adults and people who are not, keen on business. And I do like his stance on law and order, but I'm watching that very carefully to see how he does roll that out in inner cities. Those are the things I was looking forward to watching and monitoring over the next second term. But now we go back towards the Biden administration. We see how they're going to handle things in the future. And like I said, one thing would be infrastructure. I'll be watching carefully, and just how he handles the overall economy in other countries and our foreign policy objectives. I feel like he's going to be a war hawk, but I'm a little nervous about that. Like I said, he's reviewed a lot of past deals. Not past deals. He's renegotiating or reviewing past peace deals for the Trump administration. I just kind of wonder how that's all going to unfold, and we'll find that out in future episodes and future shows. We'll talk about that. We'll continue to monitor a lot of things on Emos to Witness, the F.I.L.L. Show, episode 25, y'all. F.I.L.L. Show, since what the fuck I look like. We're going to change this all around, y'all. America, let's stand up. Let's become witnesses together. Let's push back. Let's talk. Join the discourse. Join the chat. Like me on Facebook, Twitter. Subscribe to me on YouTube. Again, you catch me live downtown every Monday, Wednesday, 5 to 10 to 11. And this is Freestyle Friday. I want to thank you guys for joining me this afternoon, this morning. I want everyone to have a wonderful weekend. We'll be back on Monday. Talk about all the issues, all the various dynamics. Maybe we get into a little bit more sports. As of course, the Super Bowl is now ended, and we're now heading to the NBA season, the crux of it. Got some players that don't want to do the All-Star game, whatever. But so we'll see what's going on. Hopefully, as we open up, we'll start seeing more of a renewal of our old American traditions. Get back to that golf, that Easter Saturday afternoon sports day. Just live your life and do things as normal Americans used to do. So as we continue to thaw out, as a show we continue to roll out, get better and grow together. So I want you all to have a great weekend. I want you to enjoy yourselves. I'll see you guys on Monday. Emos to Witness, episode 25, The F.I.L.L Show, and I'm out.